Alright, I apologize for this mic setup, but I need to get a Bluetooth headphone, I need to get Bluetooth headsets because the mic that I'm using right now, if I use it on a voice recorder, you can hear sort of like a buzzing sound in the background, and it's not really that fun to listen to. And I didn't want to try to risk running remove background noise on my voice, and I don't know if it would have worked or not. Maybe it would have, but I'll try it next time. But for now, I'll just use my phone. Regardless, what I wanted to talk about is Call of Duty 2021. I've been looking into it, and obviously a bunch of stuff has come. Well, not a bunch of stuff, but a decent amount of stuff has come out recently where we can have a firm grasp on what's going on. And let me tell you this right away. I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed. You're telling me that the next Call of Duty 2021 is gonna be World War II game. Like a World War II game. And the company who's making it is Sledgehammer. I don't know what goes through these people's minds when they keep thinking that people are gonna be dumb enough to buy the same game. It's not the same game, but they're gonna buy the same franchise again and again and again when it progressively gets worse. With the exception of Modern Warfare, it has gotten worse and worse since Black Ops 3. There hasn't been a better Call of Duty after Black Ops 2. Modern Warfare was pretty good. The engine of the game is really good. But the game itself has a lot of issues as well. But I still love the game, honestly. I consider it in my top 3, if I'm being honest. I think my personal top 3 list would have to be like Black Ops 2 is number 1, Modern Warfare 3 is number 2, and Modern Warfare, the newest one, is number 3. The only reason I don't play the other ones more is because they're not populated, and plus I just like the movement in the newest game a lot. Because in the other one, now that people can't move that much, camping is way more rampant than ever. People learned how to play from Modern Warfare 2019, and now when you go to the older CODs, people don't even move because there's no sliding, there's no nothing. So they can just stay in one spot and get kills off of that. So it's even worse than it used to be. So regarding Call of Duty 2021, a full overview of it, it was speculated at first that they were going to drop a new Call of Duty at the end of 2021. And so people were like, oh, there's no way, right? Like, they just released Cold War, and why would you already focus on another game knowing that this game that you have right now still has a bunch of issues in it? Cold War has a lot of issues that they barely address. And I understand this is a corporation that makes its money and it cares about its base, but it doesn't care that much about its base. Like, you're telling me they made hundreds of millions of dollars and they can't fix simple issues in the game just because they don't want to spend the money to hire people who know what to do to fix the game. I bet you anything that they outsource a lot of that labor to try to fix the issues instead. That's what they did with the anti-cheat on Warzone, and that was a really scummy move in my opinion. Why wouldn't you personally work on the anti-cheat and work on banning people? Instead, you put a really weak anti-cheat, and then you said, oh, this other corporation, you do the work of banning people for us. So random people who aren't even hacking get banned, and only half the people who actually hack or have any sort of modification to their system get banned from Warzone. And even then, they just use a VPN and then make another account. Like, whoa. The reason I'm ranting about it is just because, like, you have this much money and you can't fix simple things. Another thing they don't realize is that each time they make a new game in the franchise, why don't they actually cater to the fans? If you catered to the base that you have, you would actually make more money. You don't let new players get all the fun with SBMM and then be like, oh, well, since they make up 50%, we don't care about the other 50%. That's fucked up. It really is. It really is. Honestly, I also heard things that people say like, Battlefield 6 is gonna be the thing that tops off Call of Duty. At least a lot of people hope for it. I wouldn't bet on it, honestly. Just because Call of Duty is a much more established game. And yes, Battlefield does have a lot of players in it, but not nearly the amount that Call of Duty has. And you can't even try to compare the other, like, one to the other in terms of capacity of players who are playing actively. Like, I can actually search it now. Hold up. Alright, just for comparison. In the last 30 days, on Steam, Battlefield 5 has had roughly 4,700 players, and its peak players for the month was around 18,500. Now, if you compare that to Modern Warfare, let's say only the PC side, so I'm gonna divide the number up a bit. But that's roughly 700,000 players in Modern Warfare as of right now, in this moment, on PC alone. So this is comparing PC, Steam, Battlefield 5 to Modern Warfare. So that's why you know that Battlefield will almost never top off Call of Duty unless Call of Duty actually releases a pile of dog. Something that would be so unplayable that anyone that even touches it would just gag as a reflex. So sorry if this video didn't have too much info, but obviously not enough info has come out where we can really talk about it, or we can really know what's gonna happen. But all we know right now is that if Sledgehammer is gonna make this game, more likely than not, they're gonna just reuse assets from Call of Duty World War II. And we already know how that game was. That game wasn't horrible, but if they're gonna just copy and paste it into 2021, aka the beginning of 2022, that's gonna be one of the most boring games we've had. And sure, it'll be something new to play, but it'll burn out kind of like Modern Warfare Remastered did. But that's my hot take on it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If anyone new is watching, I'd really appreciate it if you guys looked at my other content on my channel. I'm still getting used to making consistent videos, and I'm trying to figure out a really good setup to use. But otherwise, right now, I think I actually have a decent setup going on, so yeah, if you guys want to stick around, see some more shittily made videos, that'd be cool of you. See you later, guys.